You know, there's certain times in our lives where we just feel alone, where we feel like we can't make it, where we feel like we don't know what we're going to do, where we felt like God was on our team for a little while, and then all of a sudden it just seems like he left. Like, God, where are you? And we're in the book of Joshua right now, and in Joshua chapter 4, verse 1, this is what God tells Joshua to do. He says this: "When the whole nation had finished crossing the Jordan, the Lord said to Joshua, 'Choose 12 men from among the people, one from each tribe, and tell them to take up 12 stones from the middle of the Jordan, from right where the priest stood, and to carry them over with you and put them down at the place where you stay tonight.'" And so God is telling Joshua, I want you to take 12 men, one from each tribe of Israel, and I want you to, they need to grab a stone out of the river that I just helped you cross. And you're going to build a memorial. So Joshua goes to him, and this is what Joshua says: "Go over before the ark of the Lord your God into the middle of the Jordan. Each of you is to take up a stone on his shoulder, according to the number of the tribes of Israelites, to serve as a sign among you. In the future, when your children ask you, 'What are these stones for?' you tell them that the flow of the Jordan was cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Lord. When it crossed the Jordan, the waters of the Jordan were cut off. These stones are to be a memorial to the people forever." And so that this way, as the Israelites moved on in their journey, as they went forward with God, wherever he was to lead, they were to follow. But wherever they went, they could always look back at that memorial. No matter how hard the times were, no matter how tough the times were, they could always look back and they could always say, God came through. God is on our side. Don't tell me God's not on my side. Because no matter how hard it gets, I remember the times when it was really tough and we didn't know what we were going to do. God led us and helped us, and we have a memorial to remind us every single day. And I encourage you, we need memorials in our lives. You need to write things down that God's done. When God's come through in a big way, when God showed up in a big way and you didn't know what you were going to do, you felt alone, you felt like God was there but you didn't know, and then all of a sudden God came through. Maybe it was a healing, maybe it was a financial situation, maybe it was with a friend or a relationship, but God came through. You need to write those down, because there's going to be another time where you're going through a storm, a hard situation, and you're going to be like, what happened to God? Where is God? And you're going to look back and you're going to read those times when God proved himself to you. And you're going to say, God, I'm sorry for doubting you. And it's going to build your faith up. You need a memorial in your life today that you can look back and say, God showed up then, and he's going to show up now. And I can see this screen.